I'd be lying to you if I said this is the most exciting vehicle I've driven this year. It's not. But here's what is exciting. A starting price of under $26,000 and the best-in-class fuel economy, because this is a hybrid. 33 miles to the gallon on the highway and 29 in the city for a versatile, functional crossover utility. This is the 2014 Subaru XV Crosstrek Hybrid. As you know, Subaru and Toyota have a relationship with the FRS and BRZ. However, we're told that this hybrid system was developed in-house by Subaru, so it has nothing to do with Toyota. It's a pretty good hybrid system, produces 160 horsepower, but again, the fuel economy for a vehicle of this size and this weight and this much cargo capacity, which is also class leading, is very impressive. Under the hood of the XV Crosstrek Hybrid is a 2.0 liter direct injected boxer 4-cylinder engine with electric drive motor integrated into a Lineartronic CVT, or continuously variable transmission. The 160 horsepower we mentioned is achieved at 6,000 RPMs, and max torque is 163 foot-pounds at 2,000 RPMs. There's a reason why I mentioned the RPMs for the horsepower and torque numbers. When you look at the peak horsepower being achieved at 6,000 RPMs is not very impressive. However, peak torque of 163 foot-pounds achieved at 2,000 RPMs is extremely impressive, and that's due to the direct injected technology. That's the same technology that these turbo diesels are using. You get up to that power very quickly, and then it maintains it throughout your acceleration. Cargo space is very important to crossover shoppers. This XV Crosstrek Hybrid has just over 50 cubic feet of space with the rear seats folded down, and that's only a slight loss over its non-hybrid version. And the reason for that loss is because Subaru had to mount the batteries down here below the cargo area. But rest assured that class-leading 8.7 inches of ground clearance has not been compromised. You get the exact same amount with this car as you do with its non-hybrid version. One of the ways that Subaru improved the fuel economy of this XV Crosstrek Hybrid is by installing an active grille shutter system. What it does is open and close vents at higher speeds to allow more of the air to flow outside of the car instead of through the car. With the exception of the BRZ, every Subaru model sold in America has symmetrical all-wheel drive. This is significant because when you look at competing models, that is usually $1,000 or more added option. And the fact that it's included in this hybrid is also significant. When you look at competitive vehicles, for example, like the Prius V, you can't even get that car in all-wheel drive. Most Subaru owners probably won't take their XV Crosstrek off-roading, but they might do some light dirt trekking as we're doing today, or maybe take their vehicle into the snow. And it's nice to know they have the capability of that symmetrical all-wheel drive that's built into every Subaru. As you can see, the interior of the XV Crosstrek Hybrid is pretty basic. We do get a tiny, about a 4-inch backup camera, and that's a good thing because starting next year it's going to be mandatory on all new vehicles anyway, and it does come in handy. Overall, a very plain interior. As you can see, the HVAC controls are pretty basic. No digital readout as far as the temperature on the gauges themselves, but you do have a display next to the information screen. I got to be a little critical of Subaru for not offering XM radio in a $26,000 car compared to their Korean counterparts. For example, you find XM in vehicles costing much less. As with most hybrids, you have two distinct powertrains. You have an electric motor and you have a gasoline motor. And what you can see here with this 4.3-inch screen is exactly what's happening. I'm slowing down right now, so I'm in regeneration mode, and that's charging up the battery. As I accelerate, you can see if one or both of the motors are working. So they'll either work together, the gasoline engine together with the electric motor, or they can work independently.